What's up, everybody?
Hey.
It's your boy Jimbo.
And I'm that guy, Joe. And of course, it's Whiskey Matt, and you know why Whiskey Matt's out here tonight.
Because we are at the St. Louis Bourbon Festival. You boys got media access.
First time.
Hell yeah.
Here. So we have friends in the St. Louis Bourbon Society, but we haven't actually, this is our first time actually hooking up, doing a collab, getting some medias. So we're out here checking out these bourbon tents. Let's go drink some fucking whiskey, guys.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Hey, man, so what's your name, brother? Tell us who you are, who you're representing.
Dylan Rozier, our farm distilling company. We're out of Mound City, Missouri. So
Our
north of
farm,
Kansas
okay.
City. Little ways, yep.
Opposite side of the state. Thanks for being down here, man. We love the privilege of being able to taste your whiskeys, man.
Absolutely.
So you just poured something up for him. What did you pour up for him, and can I get a pour?
Absolutely. So we got a sample of rye that's aging right now. We don't have finished product on the market quite yet.
Okay. Oh.
We just started distilling in 2022, so this is like right at 3 years old.
So if you're not here, you're not drinking the shit.
Exactly
Well,
correct.
this right here, whether this is the best or the worst whiskey of the night,
It is a privilege.
it is the highlight of my night
The other one,
because you're not even on the market yet.
no doubt.
Beautiful.
That is fucking incredible.
Oh, wow. What's the proof on that?
It's 107. That's better first. Yep. I wrote.
Okay.
Damn, that is silky smooth.
So it's got a nice
on it.
spice profile, but it's still smooth.
It's got a good heat, but nothing that's like make you cough it
Yeah.
out, you know?
Because some of the major market ryes are they're overly spicy. They're
It's not something you can
Oh,
just
it's got a nice
enjoy.
yeah. And I like I do like a rye whiskey. I like a nice spice, but sometimes you try some of the major market stuff, and to me the best ever. Whether you're a bourbon, a rye, a single malt, a single barrel, whatever, it's balance. And that has a balance where I know it's a rye, it's got the spice of a rye,
Yep.
but it's not kicking my throat
Right.
like
what
some of the
you
major
know.
market ryes are.
But you know that this would make a beautiful old fashioned.
That it will.
Yeah,
Can't
like
confirm
it,
on that.
on the flavor profile, I'm just like, man, I know it makes a great cocktail.
So, our farm, what do you have anything that is distributed right now? What is kind of like what's kind of your guys' like elevator pitch? There's a ton of whiskeys out here tonight.
Absolutely.
What's your thing?
All right, so we are a true farm distillery. So I'm a fourth generation farmer.
Beautiful.
A row crop farm. We're north of Kansas City, kind of northwest Missouri. Went to college, came back, decided to start the distillery to try to diversify. And then we just started distilling our own grain. So we grow everything that goes into our grain. I actually jumped out of a combine and came down here to this event, and my brothers are still at home picking corn tonight.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's truly a farm distillery, family operation, still all working together. Like I said, with the rye, and same deal with our bourbon. We got a 3-year-old bourbon here too. We're just trying to get a little bit more age on it before we get it to market. But in the meantime, we've got a baked apple flavored whiskey. Has some of our young aging products in it that we pulled out. Inspiration of that was like grandma's apple pie. It should be like apple pie in a glass. It's dangerous this time of year.
Yeah.
And then we also have a gooey butter cake.
Hold on. It should be dangerous this time of year, but it's fucking 90 degrees out here.
Yeah, that's no kidding.
Yeah, Benny, man, I'm sweating like a motherfucker out here.
So the gooey
should
butter cake, is that a whiskey?
It is like a bourbon cream. It's got some of our bourbon in it. If you got a sweet tooth, that one hits home.
Okay.
So I should try it.
We got to try that, but first we are at a bourbon festival.
Different. It's something.
We got to try the bourbon. So this is another thing that's not to market yet, right?
Cool.
Like you are still aging this.
So this is a white corn bourbon.
Okay.
We grow white and yellow corn. This
Okay.
is
And
70%
again,
corn.
it's something else that you grow. This
Yeah.
is your
Yeah.
corn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now-
it's beautiful.
Now you said you went to college, you came back, and you decided you wanted to start
Ooh.
distilling. Where'd you go to college?
Well, I got an ag degree at Northwest Missouri State.
Okay. And what kind of like what in college pushed you to be like, we've got a farm, we need to start distilling?
Yeah, so when I came back, it's really like so everybody grows the same thing. We grow a commodity. So you don't have to market it. You don't add any value to it. You just grow it and then ship it down to the elevator and sell it for whatever price you can get. We're price takers.
Right.
So we wanted to try to diversify, add value on the farm, and then be able to, push that out and, have hopefully, add value on the farm where it's not just hauling it down the road and selling it to, some, big elevator.
Did you take any like chem classes or anything in college that like taught you distilling or helped you like lean towards distilling, or was there anything that?
So my brother does all the distilling, and we went into this cold. We didn't have any experience. We had never made anything in the backyard or anything before. Kind of got into this, and we just started cold calling distilleries. Say, hey, we're looking at doing this. Can you help us out? Are you willing to show us around? And we went to a bunch of distilleries in Kentucky, in Missouri. Ended up going to some classes down in Kentucky. We went to like a couple week long like distilling courses on different parts of the industry and making it, and we just started and figured it out on our own.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean
that's absolutely fucking beautiful. What was the first thing you made? Like when you finally were like, all right, we're gonna make a mash, we're gonna make a liquor, because it is legal to distill, it's legal to make that, it's just not legal to sell. What was the first thing that you and your brother were like, let's try this?
We just started with a bourbon. We just started with just a straight No. 2 yellow corn bourbon, and just kind of started trying to figure it out with that, and then just kind of split off from there.
So bourbon having to be aged in barrels, you made it. Did you drink some of the like White Lightning that came out? Did you drink some of the?
Yeah, we've tried it in all states basically through the process for sure. Yeah, the barrels are hard, as we were starting like right at the end of COVID, basically, when all the big boys were buying a bunch of barrels. So we had a heck of a time getting a whole bunch of barrels at the beginning, but we're kind of lined out now and doing good.
Have you, I mean, having been started the way you are and as young as you are, have you thought about kind of doing some of the like, quote unquote, what do they call it? Not white, it's not real White Lightning, but what is the term I'm looking for here, buddy? Illegal moonshine. Yeah. Have you thought about just kind of leaning into the moonshine thing?
A little bit. We've got we call it White Dog at the distillery. So we just bought or bottled some of our mash, or our distillate right off the still, and just kind of proofed it down a little bit. So we do sell some of that at the distillery. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this day and age, you almost kind of have to, because, I mean, to make a bourbon, you've got to wait several years. It's got to age.
Yeah, you could buy that kind of our bourbon in the raw form, and then you got to get some subsidization a little bit down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every distillery now has to subsidize themselves with some form of a vodka or a gin or a quote unquote trendy, or a quote unquote moonshine.
Yeah.
And I know true moonshine's illegal, but at the same time, you can make high proof liquor, and people buy it.
Man,
yeah.
So tell the people how to find you. You guys got a website? What's your social medias? How can they follow you?
So our website's Our Farm Distilling Co. And then our Instagram. So we're on Instagram and Facebook. It's just Our Farm Distilling. You can search that and you'll find us.
Perfect.
But that's the biggest spot so you can find us. Yeah.
No, I love it, man.
And question, if you can answer, I know that you're not to market yet with the rye and the bourbon. Do you have kind of like a price point in mind? Are you coming to market soon with those?
Yeah, we don't have anything set in stone by any means, but we're not planning to, blow the price point way super high on this. We want this to be something that's selling people as approachable and go. So I think we'll probably end up in that $40-ish range, somewhere as that, kind of out of the gate, I think. And then we'll probably kind of add value and diversify from that with some single barrels or barrel proofs or something along those lines. Is kind of the plan.
That's awesome.
Man, we really appreciate your time. We appreciate the information, and
I gotta try some of this butter cake.
Again, this is Our Farm, and if you don't know, we're one beer at a time. Our whole mission is to introduce local, inexpensive, fucking great stuff, and you guys have a great product.
Who we love.
You guys are right, and we love meeting you on the precipice. Is where is the greatest thing we could do. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We're one beer at a time. Where are you from?
from Buena Vista, Colorado. Just flew out today. All right.
Nice.
What distillery is this?
This is Deer Hammer Distillery, founded in 2010.
Right on. And what did you bring out here today?
So I brought out our full lineup. We're most known for an American single malt. Started making our first batches in 2011. We also do a really cool 4-grain bourbon, a rye, a hickory smoke corn whiskey, and we do have this badass single barrel of American single malt finished in ex-blackberry mead barrels.
Oh, okay. So they've got something finishing a blackberry mead barrel.
Oh,
That is straight down our fucking alley.
yes, it is.
We make our own mead as well. So we podcast about we like liquor and alcohol. If you can't tell, you know.
Absolutely.
So what should we start with?
I mean, we're most known for the single malt. I think that's a really good starting point. It kind of, identifies DNA of what Deer Hammer's all about.
There we go.
So this one is 100% malt barley. But,
We got a good Joe in there.
If you're on the beer side, you guys will get this. It's a blend of about 80% pale two-row malt, and then about an even split of Crystal 45, Crystal 120, and chocolate malt. All mashed, 4-day fermented, double pot distilled, and then aged 5 years in heavy toast, char number 2. And that's at 8,000 feet elevation where it matures. So, record myself some as well.
Well, my God, that is smooth as hell.
That's probably the best thing we've tasted so far.
That is the best thing we've tasted so far.
It's definitely the best thing we've smelled and tasted so far.
So I have to ask, for something that smooth, that tasteful, what is your price point on that?
It's usually around 50 to 55 bucks.
Buddy, this is our fucking heaven.
They're hitting all our points,
They're
man.
hitting all of our points. We've tasted some incredible stuff just in this first tent.
Yeah.
All within that $50, $60 range.
Yeah. We try to keep the price pretty low. And for a small distillery that can really only make a barrel a day, it's expensive. It's not efficient. But at the same time, I buy whiskey and bourbon. I buy it all. I don't like to spend that much. So we try to keep our price reasonable and get people to get the whiskey in their glass.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing.
We
I mean,
can absolutely appreciate that.
Jim, you did mention, that's kind of what our target audience, our people, they're looking for something like that, a good craft product. Like that is just a damn good sippable whiskey.
And the reality
and you're not going to break the bank.
And the reality of it is, especially something like bourbon or even beer, no one needs to advertise for Booker's or Buffalo Trace,
Right.
No one needs to advertise on Pappy. Like, everybody knows that. Deer Hammer, our whole thing is try things, introduce it to our people, and try to. So, are you guys distributing in Missouri?
Yeah, we're pretty lightly distributing in Missouri, but you could definitely find us. I would say, I don't know if you've ever been, but the ABV Barrel Shop down in Arnold.
Okay.
They've got some badass single barrel picks of our stuff. Then scattered around a little bit more. I think getting like Friar Tuck's, Wine and Cheese. I suck at remembering all the.
No, you're fine. I'm the worst memory of our group.
Yeah,
he remembers every beer we've ever fucking had. I don't remember Tuesday. I don't either.
Yeah, but our distributor Grey Eagle does a really good job of getting us out there. I think you'll start seeing a lot more in next year.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's the we got to try their bourbon. It's a bourbon festival, right?
Might as well go for the bourbon. It's a super unique one. And our whole approach from day one was always like, where's there room to do something different? Maybe innovate. Just do our own damn thing. So in terms of the bourbon, it's a 4-grain. It's made with all Colorado grains for a taste of place. So we're getting Colorado corn, oats, wheat, chocolate malt barley, all sour mashed, 4-day fermented double pot distilled, and aged in heavy toast, charred to for 5-year minimum.
Fun. Well, boys, here's to rattlesnakes and condoms. 2 things I don't fuck with.
Okay. That again might be the smoothest bourbon we've had so far.
Dude, you guys, Deer Hammer's killing it.
And I would say, as far as bourbon goes, obviously that's America's spirit. And Kentucky defined the style, and they did an amazing job. Now, from there, where do we go? We're not going to replicate what they do. Maybe we could try, but we're doing our own damn thing. So looking for different flavors, trying to key in on, big bacon spice notes, definitely some chocolate notes, and just playing around with what's not being done. And I think, this is one of my favorite batches of bourbon so far. I think this batch 38, 39, somewhere around there. You know, it's taking a while. We've been doing it first batch in 2011. We've been doing this one for about 8 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that is always the trickiest part to starting a bourbon distillery, right? Is it takes time.
It takes time for sure. And then if you want to experiment, sometimes you color outside lines and you fuck up.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because it's got to age. You try it. Nah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You don't know if it's really hitting the spot for like 5 years.
And now you've got 20 barrels of shit that
you're spot on.
Yeah.
It all goes to fuck around and find out. And sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. But with your tasting right here, this is when it goes well.
Well, we want to help push the people that fuck around, found out that it went well, and they're not breaking the bank, and you're not Buffalo Trace, you're out of Colorado, you're not the Jim Beams, you're not what everybody knows, but my God, that's better than a lot of the stuff.
Right here.
This was one of my favorite stickers they put out. Like, like you said, Colorado, you did John Denver proud. You know?
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
So one more time, at least where you think you can be found here in Missouri, can you be found online?
Yeah, so definitely at the ABV Barrel Shop. They always pick up some of our single barrels. That's a great place to go. As well, online, we're about 3 to 4 weeks out from being available to order directly on our website. What's kind of rad about that is we're going to be shipping some of my favorite single barrel offerings. So that's a really good place to go as well. But definitely keep an eye out throughout Missouri, St. Louis, Kansas City, in between. You'll start to see us more often.
Perfect. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you explaining it. And goddamn, you guys make a great whiskey. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll take those. Yeah.
What's up, bro? So what's your name, man?
So my name is Hunter.
Hell yeah, dude. It's good to meet you. You said you flew down here for this fucking festival, bro?
Yeah, so I flew down. So I drove from Superior, Wisconsin down to Minneapolis to fly down here because I'm from Kansas City.
Okay, I got you. All right. So you're a big bourbon guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's your first time out here?
It's my first time here at the St. Louis Bourbon Festival.
Okay. All right, man. What got you into bourbon?
My dad, actually, who is here somewhere.
Yeah, right. You lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
My dad got me into bourbon too, man. I like that. That. So what's the bourbon scene like where you live versus here in St. Louis?
So up in Wisconsin, I try and stick to barrel picks as much as I can.
Okay.
There's a lot of good stuff out there. I'm wearing a Driftless Glen shirt. It's out of Baraboo, Wisconsin.
Nice.
They make a lot of good stuff. But realistically, I'm looking for mostly a barrel strength rye that's subtly sweet with a nice spice right on the end.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Hell yeah. So what were you telling me about Alaska? You had Alaska too?
Yeah, so I lived in Alaska for about 3.5 years.
Oh shit, that's cool.
And so while I was up there, the bourbon scene's huge up there. A lot of barrel picks, a lot of rare character. Found North has been a big fan up there. People up there are a big fan of Found North.
Nice, I love it. You shout out to Alaska bourbon scene. Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
where I really got into it.
What took you to Alaska, bro?
The military.
Okay, nice. So you're a vet. Hell yeah.
I was still in.
Nice. Okay, beautiful, bro. That's what's up. Well, thank you for your service, man. We're big on support the troops, regardless of people's stances on whatever. Support our guys that are serving, man. Oh yeah, cheers, brother. So who are you drinking?
Right now, this is the Lasso.
Okay, nice.
It's the Lasso.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm.
It's the Amarana that they said would go good with the cigar.
Me too, bro. Exact same shit. Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. What do you think?
It's delicious.
I know the flavor's great, right? A little sweetness. Wood profile is really nice.
A little sweet, a little spicy, nice and earthy notes, but not too much.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's got a good amount of heat, but not something that just like really burns. You know, it's like you can tell it's strong, but it's balanced so well that it doesn't hit you real overwhelmingly.
Hey, I'm a little strong, but the strong is good.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I love it, dude. But shit, we fucking love having you down here, bro. Welcome to St. Louis. It's good shit. No, we're doing the real proper handshake, bro. Appreciate it, man. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking STL Bourbon Festival, bro. What are we showcasing here today?
So J. Rieger & Co. out of Kansas City, Missouri. So we've got, of course, our whiskeys. We've got our bourbon. We've got our rye. We've got our Kansas City whiskey, which is our flagship product. We do have a couple not whiskeys for folks that maybe need a little reprieve. I've been doing this event a couple times. I know some folks appreciate trying some stuff that's not. So we do have our vodka, our gin, and our Amaro that's blended with cold brew coffee.
Oh, shit. That sounds delicious.
It is.
What do you got?
I mean, I got to try the KC whiskey, I guess.
I think you do. That's our flagship.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we ever put out.
All right.
Lovely.
Yeah, let's show that. Got that? Perfect. Oh, no. Whiskey Matt's a happy camper right now.
So what you're tasting is a combination of 3 styles of whiskey in one bottle. So the Kansas City whiskey is a blended whiskey. It's bourbon, rye, and light corn whiskey. Light corn whiskey isn't named that because it's young, but because it's lighter in flavor. It's a really good blending whiskey. So bourbon, rye, light corn, and then 2% of the mixture by weight is actually a 15-year-old Oloroso sherry blended into it. It's not a sherry cask finish. There's actually sherry in the bottle. It's a throwback to a pre-Prohibition style of whiskey called rectified whiskey. Since we're the first ones to bring it back since Prohibition, we got to name it.
Heck yeah.
I like it.
Well, we on our show we do a rating system, and what do you think?
Do I change the bias if I tell you about how much this bottle costs?
Definitely.
Add some points. I mean, it's about a $40 bottle.
Oh, damn. No shit.
Okay. I was not expecting that.
I mean,
I don't know if it does, but I mean that's a decent. That is
for $40, it's damn good.
I'm gonna give that a fuck yeah, which is our highest rating. So yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much.
Hey, you guys should come check out our distillery.
Caramely roasted.
Yes, please.
Our distillery. She is beautiful. It has 4 bars inside, different food menus depending on the bar you sit at. A beautiful patio bar that sometimes we do live music, gorgeous speakeasy style cocktail lounge in the basement, and most importantly, we have a 40-foot slide. Only distillery that has.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah,
So, yeah, come
nice.
check us out.
yeah. I'm sure
I'll hand that over. Yeah, it's a beautiful space. It's a beautiful historic building. We do tours, of course. We have a 1,000 square foot historical exhibit inside the distillery that even includes artifacts from not just the history of our distillery, but also Prohibition, and not just national Prohibition, but Kansas's Prohibition. They actually enacted Prohibition 2 years before everyone else.
Oh, wow.
And it really affected the trajectory of our company and everything like that. We've even got a 100-year-old bottle of our whiskey from 1887 that a guy found in a mining encampment in Colorado. Still had liquid in it. So pretty cool stuff.
That's sexy.
Hang out with us.
I love it. No,
Yeah, we would love to. We will definitely do that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. All right, what do we have here?
And we have the Dexter Bourbon Company. So we have 3 different products tonight. We have our 3-wood finish bourbon. We're going to finish with cherry wood, maple wood, and 200-year air-dried American oak. We have our limited release wheat. It's a straight wheat. We're going to finish it with cherry wood and 200-year, that lovely vintage oak. And then we have our 5-wood rye. So a lot going on here. We're going to finish it with 5 woods. Sherry wood, so sherry cask, Scotch cask, maple wood, cherry wood, and 2 American oaks. So 70% of whiskey's flavor comes from the wood. That's where we decided to focus. So we're going to bring in all kinds of traditional flavors, but then also a bunch of new unique flavors and get in an extreme smoothness. Try
Dude, the
some.
5-wood sounds awesome.
5-wood.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds delicious.
I think I'll go with that as well.
Where are you guys out of?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I'm not from Cincinnati. My entire family is.
All right.
One of my favorite foods is ghetto.
Okay. Hell yeah. Big fan.
Oh, wow. That's even unique on the nose, man.
Yeah. So it's a unique rye. You know, it's definitely got a lot going on with this. I like to say it's a roller coaster of flavor.
Oh, wow. Now, for our bourbon drinkers that don't like rye a lot of times because it's so spicy and everything, the rich, smooth silkiness on this is just really impressive.
Yeah.
Really, really, really impressive. The spice is there, of course.
Yeah, you still have it.
There's a good amount of heat, but like, dude, this is smooth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you want to try it? We got the rye. You would like to try our flagship? Our flagship bourbon just won 96 points, double gold in San Francisco World Spirits Competition. Super proud of that.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, if it's the award winner.
Because wood is the most important piece, right? 70% of the flavors coming from it. Excuse me. So because it's 70% of the flavors coming from it, we actually partnered with a mill. We cut our own trees when we need to cut, and we air dry all of our own wood. So there's about 20 different things that are happening with the wood before it even touches the whiskey.
Wow. Holy shit, man. How long's Dexter been around?
So we've been making Dexter for 4 years now, but we've been making product for 10 as a company.
I'm impressed. I didn't know Ohio had whiskey like that.
What is your price point on a bottle of bourbon?
Yeah, so this bourbon here is $49.99. And then our limited releases, the rye you just tried, is $59.99. So what we're really trying to do is give a great value. We always say we want to make an $80 product for $45, $49.
Love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, that fits right with what kind of our whole audience of our podcast is I know there's expensive whiskeys here today, and we could go find the high-end shit, but like what we're kind of all about as a brand is what can I drink, not necessarily on a budget, but what do I not have to break the bank? And also, what are the gems out there that, you know, all the bourbon people are wanting to spend $200-$300? You can find some incredible whiskeys for $40, $50, $60.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have some big flavors going on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll tell you that bourbon's worth every penny.
Yeah,
Honestly,
good,
yeah.
Good to hear it. Yeah, so we're named after Edmund Dexter. Edmund Dexter is a famous whiskey merchant and whiskey maker in the 1800s in Cincinnati. So, so that's what we celebrate. So what he was doing was taking distillate from farmers, bringing it down and aging it, and then everybody was in the city, so he was then barreling it and then serving it to people.
I love it, man. That's awesome. I love the story.
Ooh,
How can everybody find you guys online? What's your social medias, your website, anything you guys want to plug?
Website's dexterbourbon.com. And then, Google us. You'll find us.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, dude.
appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Here's Last Motel. So we're just launching in the Missouri market just about in the past month or so. But you'll probably have seen us especially on award shows kind of everywhere. So if you are familiar with the Ascot Awards, this brand pulled in 21 medals, including Best in Show for the 18 year. So this 4 year that we're starting with, I would consider the foundation of the brand. So we're out of Dallas, Texas. We know that aging whiskey in Texas can be a little difficult, right?
Yeah.
Takes on a lot of tannins and definitely gets a lot of barrel impact. So we decided to go a little different route. We're going to start with a 4 year Green River for this 4 year base. And then all of our cask maturations are actually going to happen in Dallas. So we're going to take advantage of that Texas microclimate in order to actually make a stupendous cask finished whiskey. So that way we're just getting more of that flavor out in kind of a quicker manner. But kind of the beauty of it is that everything is 100 proof, sort of the 18 year and our 10 year rye. So that way it's an affordable bottle at the end of the day. And it's a nice, easy, balanced one that you can go to repeatedly. And not overbearing.
So this is 100 proof.
This is 100 proof.
And for 100 proof like that bite is like, it's there, but it's not overbearing. Yeah. It's very smooth. Like
I'll give you that.
Really,
definitely.
Like that's a really interesting bottle of whiskey. Like I really like that. And Joe, you're a Texas guy.
I'm going to tell you right now, for the proof, the flavor is fucking delicious.
Yeah, it's there.
So when you put it at 100 proof, you're actually doing a lot of water interaction. So you're boiling a lot of because wood sugars are not soluble in ethanol. So we're reducing that to bring that sugar flavor out.
Yeah.
So it's not sugar as in like added sweetness, but it's just some balance in the flavor. Oh, yeah. So we started with that base. So let's jump to one of our more interesting products. This is a product called Darts. This is a cigarette blend whiskey.
As soon as I saw Darts, I was like, I hope that ties in.
Yeah.
Having a couple of darts.
Absolutely. So instead of being just kind of like your go-to cigar blend, which is obviously a popular finish this year, what we're trying to do with this cigarette blend is be kind of reflective of what the brand is. So Lasso Motel was made by a gentleman named Devin Odell, and he is one of the largest spirits producers in Texas. Well, he spent 4 years living at the Belmont Hotel in Dallas, and that's where like the rock stars and the musicians would all live. So he spent 4 years living there. So when they would come back after their shows, he would go join them in the lobby, listen to them play on the grand white piano, and he was just inspired by the artistry and the craftsmanship. So when it came time to make his whiskey brand, he said, I have to give a shout back to that like really important portion of my life.
Yeah.
So can't call it the Belmont Hotel Whiskey because lots of problems with that, including the fact that it was hit by a tornado and is actually not occupied right now. But he said, let's call it Lasso. It's kind of a shout to the Texas portion. We're going to call it a motel because it's kind of gives me the idea that it's like dive bar. It's cash only. Like,
Yeah.
it takes the pretentiousness away from it, and it's just good product for the sake of being good product. So that's why when it came to the cigar blend, cigars don't really fit in cash only lounges, but cigarettes do.
Man, that finish is really.
I was gonna ask you what's on your mind. I saw that look in your eyes.
Man, I'm kind of in love with that finish a little bit. Like, it does have kind of like a smoky, almost ashy, like,
Yeah.
maybe my brain's playing games with me because it's called darts. But like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I rip a dart, take a sip.
That's the whole point. Again, we're trying to make good, balanced whiskeys. The better part about this one, because your average cigar blends are going on the shelf for over $100 at this point. You'll find this on the shelf for $69.99.
Okay. That's, there you go.
Yeah, hard to beat, right? Let's jump to our Tokai finish, guys. So if you're not familiar with Tokai, that is a Hungarian dessert wine.
I am not familiar with Hungarian dessert wine.
Yeah, so that was kind of what's considered like a late harvest grape. So it starts to essentially raisinate on the vines. And
Okay.
it increases the sugar. So it creates just more of that sweet wine on the end. So this product's been around for hundreds of years, but not a lot of people are familiar with Tokai unless you're a big wine aficionado. But it finishes really fantastic.
So is that kind of wine akin to like a port? Like,
So of course, still going to be a fortified wine. This is still just going to be a deserted wine.
ooh. I do get that like raisiny,
Yeah, let's I'll get a little bit
that
of that.
raisiny sweetness.
Absolutely. Yeah. There we go. Got that? All right.
So why the Hungarian dessert wine? Like, where did that, like, in your lineup of whiskeys, like, where did that idea come from?
You're starting to see Tokai pop up as a more popular barrel. They're finally available in the U.S., and you've seen some bourbon manufacturers or finishers start to play with that barrel.
Yeah.
But we were able to get access to some, and so we know that, we think we can do something really fun with that. So let's pull them in and see if we can make a statement with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Just gotta like use something a little bit different. Man, what are your thoughts on this?
I was hesitant going into it, but I'm really happy I dove in.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of this so far has been a tremendous experience, but this one right here,
That's
I
such
don't
an
know.
interesting experience because I get the dessert wine, I get the whiskey, and I like dessert wines, and I love whiskey. That is a really interesting blend, and kind of that raisin sweetness is why I like a lot of dessert wines.
I agree. And
Interesting.
I'm all in on this one, definitely.
Now, I saw your last one is Amburana, Brazilian wood, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we had an Amburana like 6 months ago. That was the first Amburana I'd had,
Okay.
and I loved it. So I'm really interested to try the Amburana.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite Amburanas on the market. Obviously, I work for the brand, so I'm going to be a little skewed.
Oh yeah, I get it.
But the reason I like this one is a lot of Amburana finishes because it's such a powerful wood. It can only take the whiskey very quickly. So we only do this for 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
The Amburana. So instead of being like punch you in the face, like biting a cinnamon stick, this is going to be more like grandma's peach cobbler. So you're still going to get some of that like all that sweet stone fruit out of it.
God. That's why I was excited for the Amberana. It just has such a delightful sweetness to it without feeling sugary, and I mean, that's the art of wood in whiskey that I love is it's not an additive. It's not a sugar that you're adding, but it creates such a sweetness. It's incredible on that.
Amberana is naturally the least tannic oak species that exists.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happens with this is the wood sugars just kind of run wild on it. So that's why you get a lot of that Christmas.
Yes.
Because it's that lack of balance with the tannins. But yeah, when you proof it down and you do it the right way, you can get a whole lot of dynamic flavor.
Yeah.
Instead of just waiting too long to make it one.
Well, I appreciate your time. Real quick, you said that you guys are moving into Missouri. Do you know where you're being distributed in Missouri, where we can find you guys?
Yeah, so we're through Smart distributors. So anybody that's looking to carry our product, if they're a retailer, just call Smart. Or you can find myself or my counterpart. We're going to be in the Kansas City, Missouri, and St. Louis markets. But Barrel Blends is the retail partner for the event.
Perfect. Got one around the corner.
Absolutely. So
all right. We appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Oh my God.
What do you guys got? How long you been out here? Like, tell me your story, man.
Yeah, sure. So we've been in business for a year now. So our brand launched on 9/11 last year, and we launched with a 9/11 commemorative series, which is this bottle here. It's our 343. It's a 13-year 4-grain. Every year it's different. Last year's was finished with 8 staves. This year's a 13-year, so it's got a little age to it. And with that age, we honor the 343 firemen that died in 9/11.
Sure.
You turn the bottle, you get all 343 names.
Beautiful.
And then with everything we do, we give a portion of money back. So this one gives $9.11 back to Backstoppers, an organization out of Missouri, Illinois that takes care of families that lost a loved one in the line of duty.
Well, now I'm not going to look at the camera for another minute because there's no allergies out here. I'm good.
Oh, so
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Got to.
10, 5.5 is the mash bill. So it adds 5% wheat to it. So
I would love that.
120 proof. No,
120. Nice.
Yep.
I think after this, I need to wash mine out with some water because I'm still smelling that Amberana.
Awesome.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you. Hold on one second.
You're good, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, same one. Yeah.
Yep.
For our faithful cameraman.
Awesome. Can't forget the camera.
Yeah, man. Never.
Fun now. Well, I guess I can't forget myself too.
Dude, the
Absolutely not.
beautiful.
Nose is great.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. It's almost like, got a little sweetness to it, a little like added, not basement floor, but added kind of flavor.
Yeah.
And then it's got the almost like a roof. So it's decently complex. It's like fits to the mouth and coats it real well. It goes down nice. It doesn't have a long finish, but it's got a nice smooth finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
A lot of people like long finishes, but this one just kind of breaks off a little bit, but it's still overall, in my opinion.
you did a great job balancing the heat. 'Cause
So
it's a strong heat, but it's nothing overwhelming.
yeah.
It doesn't hit and burn real bad on the back end. Like, this is smooth, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
So I gotta ask, like, we're out here. There are there's probably 200 bourbons, whiskeys, everything out here. You guys have been around a very short time. But aside from one of the things we love, if you go back to our catalog, we're big supporters, military, fire, first responders, everything. What is kind of like your hook? What's your thing?
As far as you mean,
As far as what you're making, like, what did you set out to make? Like, what are you trying to achieve?
sure, yeah. So I guess originally we just wanted to be a mission-based whiskey brand that produced quality whiskeys and released quality stuff. That was the goal. Because the first thing first is we want to be able to give as much money back as possible, but also have a quality product. So what we do is we bring a team of great pallets with us, so every single barrel pick we do, and we basically pick unicorn barrels for our stuff. And we have that opportunity with the distilleries that we're linked up with throughout a couple different states. So we're very fortunate, and it's always one of those things. We always want to be mission first and whiskey second. So, and that's like our name Fallen Brothers. So we remember and honor, crafted and honor, shared and remembrance is our motto. So that's what we do.
Sure.
We craft and honor, we share and remember. So that the goal is to not only produce exceptional whiskeys, but remember not only produce exceptional spirits, but remember exceptional spirits, at the same time. So
Hell
that's
yeah,
always
man.
been our goal. Right now we do everything single barrel at cask strength. And then quarter
That's
one.
sexy.
Yeah. So it always is sexy. Everybody knows barrel proof, but
Along with that mustache you're rocking, by the way.
thank you. That beard's looking nice and trimmed up too. It's looking good. So anyway, little romance. Sorry, we'll cut that out. Edit that, please. But so quarter one of next year, we're looking at releasing a small batch flagship bourbon at 99 proof. The reason it's 99 proof is that's my employee number at the fire district, so there's kind of a niche there. And so that'll be a release of like 1,200 to 1,500 bottles at a time. So probably around 6 to 7 barrels. We'll blend them together, make a small batch, and then continue that little line.
Yeah,
That's
man.
that bottle will be around $50, and that's one we want to go to market with. These right here, we can't keep them in stock, so we self-distribute them currently, and we're in a couple stores, but there's no reason to go in stores and lose the percentage. So, we just
That's
self-distribute
beautiful.
it. And
And if you got the demand, man, that's beautiful.
Now, everyone knows that the thing firefighters are best at is making chili. Second is saving lives. Do you have any plans for a chili flavored whiskey?
Well, so tomorrow we are going to be in an event in Winsville, Missouri at Sugar Fire Barbecue, and it's a chili cook-off and it's a volleyball tournament. And this man down here, Tinker with the mustache, you can tell he likes to eat, so he makes good food. He's a volunteer fireman for 18 years. He's taken our Rise and Shine, our first release, and he's taken the bourbon and putting it into the chili and doing a chili reductions, whatever you want to call it, with different types of meats. And he'll be able to explain all that. I don't know. I just let him do it. But
that's
just
awesome.
let the master cook, and I just serve the whiskey,
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
The pairing is perfect. You can't go wrong.
So with that event tomorrow, pretty much we kind of have a cheat code, so we probably should win with that bourbon.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Hey, man, so you guys have a podcast.
yeah.
Yeah? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's the Barrel Room Podcast. I have a partner. His name's Brian Bisking. What we do is we talk to entrepreneurs, whiskey brands, different distilleries, and we basically, we're just people helping people. So we want to promote them. We want them to tell us their story, their background, anything else they want to share with the public, events coming up, releases, what they do, why, basically everything about them.
That's
then
it, man.
We sample 3 whiskeys, whether it's from the distillery or if it's another entrepreneur. We just sample some stuff that we pick and we all agree on, and then we review it, taste it, and then just continue talking and promoting that person. And then we just talk about life stories and just shoot the shit and be a laid back kind of cool podcast. So
I love it, man.
I mean that
it's a different version of our
I mean,
beer
that
podcast.
sounds oddly familiar. We've been out here, we came out here as media partners, and we've been, we kind of started up the row, and that first tent was a lot of local, not all local, but like Denver, small stuff. And, we got up here, there's a little bit more corporate stuff over in here, this tent here, and they weren't as, so like kind of our whole thing, what our whole thing is with our podcast, with our show is, everybody knows AB or even Four Hands at this point here in St. Louis. We try to focus on the smaller, the newer, the people that aren't getting the love, the people we want to highlight because they're doing incredible work.
Showcase and highlight.
Yeah, that whiskey was incredible. The 343. What else do you have tonight?
yeah, so this,
I guess we got to try another one.
well, you guys were talking about we talked about the event tomorrow and the chili cook-off and all that. We did an original release for Tommy Shine, who lost all 4 limbs. We gave $5,000 off that release to him. It sold out in the first day.
Oh,
7
wow,
bottles
man. That's
gone.
beautiful.
So this new one here only yielded 49 bottles, but still, it's 139 proof. It's a 7-year, 78, 13.9 mash bill, but it looks like motor oil, dude. It's darker than dark. It is one of my favorites in my line I've ever done or released. Next to our Red Poppy Rye to honor the military, but we should try this one next because
Hell yeah, man.
Okay.
in honor of Tommy Shine for his event.
Okay.
They're launching that foundation, so let's
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
and do that. So 20
We'll show some love
off of each one of these bottles. It's going back to that order.
So
that's beautiful.
we've got
I love
some
that, man.
we've got some firemen making whiskey. We make mead. We both make podcasts. I'm feeling some sort of in the field. We gotta figure out a collab that we can make.
Yeah, I'm feeling
a collab. You guys are
a
making small.
cross-promotion.
You said this one for Tommy is it only produced 49 bottles, right? I mean, we can collab on something that's 49, 60, 80 bottles. We can 100% collab on something like
and that's
that.
something as a brand that we do. You know, we did another release for a marketing company called Punchline Productions. They did a barrel pick with us, and basically we're giving $5,000 to help rebuild St. Louis. So
yeah,
that's what that company.
Oh wow! Oh man, that's fucking wonderful.
Woo! That took a second to hit.
The heat is no bullshit. Like, it's there. Like, if you're not initiated, be careful. This isn't for the faint at heart, but the flavors are so rich.
You know what really throws me?
The heat's not overwhelming, man.
You know what really throws me on that one is there's actually like there's a big sweetness on the very front, very, very front, and then it hits that heat.
Yeah.
And then you let it slide down, and it kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
That
oaky.
Yeah.
Out afterwards, I get like a nice dark cherry note in the beginning.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
Comes in there, spice, and then some nice subtle oak comes on the back to cool it off, and it lingers on the palate for me for a little while.
Come off, yeah, they come right off. You can buy them separately if you wanted to, but
It's almost got a little almost a little bit like caramely note to it. Also, that lingering sweetness.
Yep.
That's nice, man. You guys,
that's really nice,
bro. So let the people know, where can we find you? Where are you guys located? What's the podcast?
Yeah, so you can find us at fallenbrotherscraftedspirits.com. We also have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We're in Maui's Liquor in Cottleville, and also Griller's Shop and Barrel in Lake St. Louis. Otherwise, we're self-distributed. Also, we run a podcast, the Barrel Room Podcast, and it's on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and all the other platforms. So that's pretty much where you can find us. And thank you guys. I
love it, man. Hey,
thank
you, brother.
Thank you, brother. I will tell you this, and because we're an honest podcast. There's been some really good whiskey we've tried tonight. We've had great whiskey tonight. This has been some really good whiskey, but you are my favorite. You are my favorite distillery so far, just because it's really important to us. The community. Real quick, the whole reason we started this whole podcast way back when we were just two dumbasses like drinking beer on camera. But we didn't even know what we wanted this to be. We were just like, well, it's COVID. Let's drink beer and talk about it. We had a friend that we worked with that was our age. He's 38. I'm 36. He died. Family couldn't even afford an autopsy, and there was nothing suspicious about his death. So it was all pure speculation.
Yeah.
We started this on the way home from his funeral because we were like, well, fuck. If that can happen to him, and it happen to any of us, and at the very least, let's do something we like doing, talk to each other, put ourselves on recording. And it morphed into talking about beer and whiskey and liquor, and
then it really just quickly turned into support local, highlight, showcase local.
And then he went into
amazing.
And then he went into the academy, and I mean, we've always been big military and first responder supporters, so we appreciate what you guys are doing. So thank you very much. Cheers.